What's going on, guys? Thanks for being with me today. We got a special video today. I'll be interviewing star point guard for the Richmond Spiders, Jacob Gilyard, as he gets ready for his junior season coming up. What's going on, Jay?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. Just going to chat to you about your junior season coming up. I have some questions for you. A lot of people out there may be unfamiliar with the Spiders. All right, Jacob, now coming into your junior season, you guys have had 2 up and down seasons, your first 2. What are some of the things you guys wanted to look at improve as a team and then individually?
As a team, we want to get better at defense, obviously. We haven't been really good these past 2 years. And honestly, we just haven't won enough games. Obviously, being a mid-major, you want to get to the tournament. Got to kind of win your conference to get there. And so, really, we just got to start winning games. As a team, we kind of worked on our bodies this offseason. Obviously, we're trying to get in the weight room. Everybody was in the gym a lot more, stuff like that. But on the court, we've been working on our shooting. Obviously, that's kind of a key part of our offense, so you got to be able to shoot the ball. And then defense. Defense has been a crucial focal point for us, honestly. Individually, I'm working on being more consistent. I think there was a couple games where I floated around here or there, start off slow, maybe finish stronger, start off strong and finish slow. So just trying to remain level-headed throughout the whole game, don't really have the whole up and downs. And then obviously I think I can work on my defense. It's something I take pride in. Obviously I think I can get better at it.
Who were some of the players you looked at growing up, college or pro, that you kind of modeled your game or just found inspiration from?
Growing up, a young Chris Paul was always somebody that I kind of looked at like a true, just a point guard overall. He didn't want to score the ball too much, but he could. Obviously just made everybody else better around him. So Chris Paul is somebody I always looked at. Growing up, I feel like I was more of a kind of a pass-first kind of guy, which I could score if I wanted to, and I still feel like that's kind of who I am now. But this past year, I feel like I had to step into more of a scoring role, so I obviously look to score more. But I really like to make plays for others, and I think that's something I've been pretty good at.
Yeah, and go along with that, someone that's watched your basketball career for a while, you've been able to adapt when you've been asked to score more, you've been able to do that. But obviously, you're floor general playmaker, and that's your natural way to play, and that's when you're at your best. So you seem to know that. But this year, you guys seem to have maybe some more playmakers, a little more experience out there. What do you think that's going to do for yourself and the team, just having more experience and maybe being, just a more talented team than you guys have been in the past?
Experience is one of the biggest things in college basketball, I definitely think. Just having guys that have played college basketball before, they know it's going to be a grind night in and night out. Is really crucial. So for this year, I think it's going to make the game easier for everybody who's out there. It doesn't really matter who it is. I think efficiency is going to go up from a lot of players. You're going to get a lot more easy shots, a lot more easy buckets, stuff like that. Just knowing things on defense, knowing rotations, knowing most likely, scouts, you've seen players before, so stuff like that.
Sure.
It just makes the game so much easier.
Yeah, and it's kind of getting ahead in the season, but looking at conference play, the A-10 seems to be strong again this season. But with you guys being more talented and experienced this year, you have some new faces that seem to make an impact on the roster, projecting. Could you describe players like Blake Francis and Burton for the players or for the fans that haven't got to see them yet?
Blake is a smaller, competitive guard who can score the ball at a very, very, very high rate. He can put it in the cup for sure, but he's really good at defense. Coming from a school that likes to play defense, he had a really high steal rate. He's a gritty guard, just knows how to play. Can get people involved when he wants to, but definitely can score the ball a lot, shoots it really well. Burton, Tyler he's an athlete, man. He's probably the most athletic person on the team right now. He's young, but really good footwork, really knows what he can do well, and does it really good.
That's awesome, yeah. Having a freshman be able to come in and make an impact. What was that jump like, from high school, in your freshman season, college?
It was different. Obviously, coaching styles were a little different. Coming from a sort of laid-back high school coach and Billy Thomas, kind of just trusted me to kind of, lead the offense, kind of run the show out there. And then being a freshman and having to run the show, but not exactly knowing what it's like to play college basketball. So it was definitely different, but different coaching styles. The game's a little more physical. I thought it would be more physical than it was. I was expecting to just be bumped off. Being a smaller guard, I just figured I wouldn't be able to get as many places as I was able to. So I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult, but in that aspect.
And how did the coaches, Coach Mooney, help you and younger players make that adjustment, from freshman or from high school to freshman?
They just pushed me every day. No matter what it is, they would challenge me to work on something and get better something every day in practice. Games, they would talk to me, make sure I was up to date, I knew what was going on. But they also trusted me. I think that was one of the bigger things. They made sure that I knew that they were confident in my abilities and where it's taking me.
For sure. This is going to be unrelated, but when guys are coming in just as freshmen, can you kind of see that? Can you see quickly the guys that are kind of going to be able to make that adjustment from high school to freshman, from the summertime or early in the season, first couple games?
It's different for us. We've had young guys play these past 2 years for me, We've had freshmen have to play.
Kind of speaking to that, one of the guys I saw that got a chance to play as a freshman, really made improvement his sophomore year was Nickeil. He was great for you guys last season. Can you talk about the improvements he's made and just kind of what you guys are expecting from him now in his junior year?
I think it was something that we always saw in Nathan. I remember the first time I got to be in the gym with him, we just messed around and played one-on-one a little bit, and you could just tell he's 6'7", athletic, long. His mid-range is pretty good. Kind of confidently came down a little bit after his freshman year. I think once he got comfortable, he was able to make that adjustment. After he kind of saw what college basketball was like, and didn't really have to worry about coming out if he made a mistake, obviously having a chance to get the experience. He just became more comfortable, and he already knew what he was capable of, and so did we as a team. So I think it was just a matter of time before he showed it. It's kind of something I see in a couple of younger guys we have right now that have had that freshman year and are ready to make that second year jump.
Absolutely. You guys, Ko really made a huge improvement to his game going into his freshman to sophomore year. Another guy that's just continued to have great production for you guys over the years, Goldman. From his freshman year, I think he was an all-conference player as a freshman. Just a beast down low inside. Can you talk a little bit about him and what it's like playing with the big that's kind of as skilled as he is, can do the things that he can on the floor?
You said it all. He's super skilled. He just makes everybody better. He makes the team go. Obviously, being able to play through him and have him be able to make the right plays is something you don't really see often. Obviously, you see a lot of teams run the high ball screen with the big that just rolls real hard and tries to dunk, get every putback and stuff like that. But Grant's unique just in his ability to make plays for others and make plays for himself.
Yeah, guys, Goldman is legitimately one of the best bigs in the country this year, alongside Jacob, one of the best guards. Richmond looks to be a really good team coming into the A-10 this year. And as a team, as you were saying, I was thinking about, the Spiders. You have, since I've been watching you guys, distinct styles of play on both ends of the court. Defensively, you guys have had the zone.
Right.
And you kind of mixed that up at the end of last season a bit.
Yeah.
And then offensively, as you were saying, the cuts, they call it the Princeton offense that you guys get to.
Yeah.
Is that something we can expect, people that aren't familiar with the Spiders, is that something we should expect this season, kind of the same offensive, defensive?
I think defense will be a little different this year. I think we're going to switch it up a little bit, but you never know. We could end up back in the matchup, but I think it'll be a little different this year. And offensively, Grant being one of the best big men, not just in the conference, but in the country, we like to play through him a lot. He can pass the ball, he can shoot it, he can pretty much do everything. So it's really good to get the ball in his hands and be able for him to make plays. And then the other four, for those who don't really know what the Princeton is, anybody can be inside or outside. So basically, the four perimeter players can be positionless. You never know who can bring the ball up the court. You never know who can be on the wings. It's all interchangeable. So it's a unique offense. Not a lot of people run it. It gets us a lot of easy buckets. We like it.
Last year, you guys, like I mentioned, up and down season, but early in the year, you guys lost one of your leaders and better players, Nickeil. I think it was the ACL injury he had. How's he looking? Is he going to be back this year? Are we expecting him to be healthy this year coming up, or is he ready to play?
Yeah, he's definitely ready to play. I know he's been chomping at the bit, getting ready, getting excited for the season. Getting him back will definitely help us out. He did a great job of working hard every day to make sure he'd be back this season. I'm expecting him to be there for the first game. He's been practicing. He looks good. Definitely has worked on his game. And just get him back out there will just help the team overall. Obviously, everybody knows what Nick's about. He's about a bucket. Yeah, he's about a bucket. So getting him out there, having defenses have to worry about him, and just him being a smart player, just being a smart player he is, he'll make everybody else better.
Sure. And what was that like this offseason? What do you guys, as a team, take us through what that's like on summer time, getting ready for a season?
Summers, it's always my favorite part. It's nothing but basketball. You got classes, but it's really just class and basketball. You don't worry about anything else. No fans. No fans are there. You don't have to worry about going home. When you get to go home next, you know you're in for 8 week just straight basketball. You got to work hard and try and get better every day. So it's really cool to see like how people embrace it, and like just how much better you really want to get.
This summer, what are some of the things you guys try to do for team bonding and bringing the team together to get ready for a big season that you guys have?
Oftentimes you see teams that are kind of like grouped up where some people like each other, other people don't really like each other, some people close, some people aren't that close. But I think we're as close as it gets. 1 through 15, I think all of us really like each other. We always hang out. We're always together. So no matter what it is, we're always hanging out. So team bonding. We don't like go paintballing or go to the movies together or do that and this, that, and the third. But we're always hanging out together, no matter what it is. Everybody knows what we're doing, and everybody's welcome to come.
Yeah, and that's been my experience with you guys from afar, and when I've been there, you guys are all hanging out, having fun. Everybody, like I said, doesn't matter what your status is on the team, what freshman, upper class, you guys all doing your thing, so that's good to see. Thank you guys for being with us today. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. I'll be having a post-game video for all Jacobs games and the Richmond Spiders this season. We'll be covering different sports topics throughout the NBA and NFL. Basketball season's turning up, so this channel is about to make a little bit of a shift and have a lot of basketball content, so basketball fans, make sure you guys subscribe, and thanks for watching this with me. All right.